Did you know that to fix your blood sugar, you absolutely do not need to give up all your carbs, like bread, rice, or potatoes? Actually, the secret to quickly fixing your blood sugar isn't about eating less or quitting foods, but rather adding a few specific things to your diet. I am your doctor, and I have seen hundreds of my patients fix their blood sugar numbers in just a few days. And not just temporarily. They've been able to keep their sugar down for years without any medication. In this video, I will completely explain 10 such foods that impact your body's chemistry and fix insulin resistance at the cellular level so that you can control your sugar naturally and forever. But before we dive in, a quick request. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and definitely let me know in the comments what your morning fasting blood sugar was this week. Your comments tell me exactly what kind of content I should make next. Let's talk about the real problem behind high blood sugar and insulin. Whenever you go to a doctor, nobody explains the actual logic to you in a 12-minute checkup. High blood sugar always starts with a hormone called insulin. In real life, imagine the glucose, or sugar, floating in your blood as a little kid who needs to get into a room, your cell, so your body can get energy. Insulin is the key that opens the door to this cell. When you eat the wrong sugary foods for years, your cells stop recognizing this key. Poor insulin keeps knocking on the door, but the cell doesn't open it. In medical terms, this is called insulin resistance. Then, your pancreas thinks that maybe there isn't enough insulin, so it goes crazy and produces even more of it. The result? The sugar in your blood just keeps rising. And the typical treatment for this is giving you medication to push even more insulin into your body, a body that is already drowning in insulin. Friends, the medical economic system is designed in a way that profits when you stay sick, not when you get completely cured. Nobody explains how food actually talks directly to your insulin receptors. The 10 things I am going to mention will definitely do one of these 3 things. They either slow down the speed at which sugar is released from your food, they cool down the inflammation inside your body, which is the reason your cells ignore insulin, or they directly wake up that insulin receptor so it can start doing its job properly again. Let's see what those 10 things are. And remember, you don't need to start all of them today. Slowly bring them into your routine over a week or 2. Number 1 is fenugreek seeds. You can easily find these small, hard, yellowish-brown seeds at any common grocery store for just a few pennies. If you ignore them thinking they are ordinary, you are wasting the most powerful weapon for controlling blood sugar. The scientific reason is that this seed contains a special soluble fiber called galactomannan. When it goes into your stomach and mixes with water, it forms a thick gel. Imagine a pipe where, instead of water flowing out all at once, it's blocked by a gel and drips out drop by drop. In the exact same way, this gel stops the sugar from your carbs from rushing into your blood. The sugar enters the bloodstream slowly, so your pancreas doesn't panic and doesn't have to produce excess insulin. Besides this, it also contains an amino acid that directly instructs the insulin receptors to pull the glucose inside. To use them, soak a spoonful of fenugreek seeds in water overnight. In the morning, drink that water and chew the softened seeds. If it tastes a bit bitter, you can grind them and sprinkle them over yogurt or eggs. Number 2 is true Ceylon cinnamon. You definitely have cinnamon in your kitchen, but the problem is we often use the wrong type. The common cheap one you find in stores is cassia. It contains a compound called coumarin, which can be harmful to your liver if consumed in large amounts daily. You should always get Ceylon cinnamon, also known as true cinnamon, which is completely safe for daily use. The scientific reason is that cinnamon contains special natural plant compounds called polyphenols, which react exactly like insulin. They teach your cells how to firmly grip the glucose. USDA research has proven that even eating half a teaspoon daily causes a massive drop in blood sugar for those with type 2 diabetes. To use it, add 1/4 to half a teaspoon to your coffee, oats, or smoothie during the day. It works best when you take it with a meal that contains carbs or starches. Number 3 is broccoli sprouts. I am not talking about the large, matured broccoli heads here. I am talking about those tiny 3-day-old sprouts. This is the most underused food out there. The scientific reason is that these tiny sprouts contain an incredible compound called sulforaphane, which is 50 to 100 times more concentrated than in regular broccoli. This works differently from normal foods. It goes directly to your liver and plays a crucial role in stopping insulin resistance. When you sleep at night, your liver automatically runs a sugar factory in your body, which is why many people have high fasting blood sugar in the morning. Sulforaphane quiets down that overactive liver factory. Lund University in Sweden has seen clear results of this in their research on type 2 patients. To use them, add a small amount, like a quarter cup, to your salads or sandwiches. Do not cook them on high heat, or their chemical benefits will be destroyed. Eat them raw or just lightly blanched. Number 4 is avocado. Many people think they shouldn't eat avocados because of the fat and high calories. This mindset is keeping them from its benefits. The scientific reason is that avocados contain monounsaturated fat, the same healthy fat found in olive oil. This fat, along with the fiber inside, drastically slows down your digestion speed. When you eat half an avocado with rice, bread, or toast, you aren't removing carbs from your meal. You are putting the brakes on them being digested and entering your blood. Your blood sugar won't shoot up like a rocket. It will rise slowly, like a steady car. This increases insulin sensitivity, allowing your cells to open up easily. To use it, mash it with your eggs for breakfast or add it to a salad that has some carbs. Half an avocado a day is enough and keeps you full for a long time. Number 5 is chia seeds. These tiny gray and black seeds pack a punch many times their size. The scientific reason is that when you put chia seeds in water, they swell up and turn into a gel or pudding. They do the exact same thing when they reach your stomach. This gel forms a protective net around the carbs in your food, bringing absorption down to a crawl. The slow release of sugar saves you from that weakness and hunger you usually feel an hour after eating. Furthermore, chia seeds contain plant-based omega-3, which cools down the internal fire or inflammation in your body so your cells can start listening to insulin again. To use them, have 1 or 2 tablespoons daily in yogurt, in water with a squeeze of lemon, or blend it into a smoothie. Give them at least 10 minutes to turn into a gel before drinking, and remember, fiber needs plenty of water to work properly. Number 6 is fatty fish, like salmon or mackerel. This food doesn't just slow down your digestion, it directly attacks the root of the problem, why your cells went deaf in the first place. The scientific reason is that insulin resistance is largely caused by untreated long-term inflammation. This inflammation physically creates a blockage on the insulin sensors located on the surface of your cells. These fish contain 2 omega-3 fats, EPA and DHA, which are the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories discovered by modern science so far. Eating them reduces inflammation, normalizes the outer surface of the cell, and helps the receptor recognize the signal again. To use it, definitely add it to your meals twice a week. A serving the size of your palm is enough. If you want an affordable option, canned mackerel or sardines are incredibly excellent and powerful foods. Number 7 is walnuts. Out of all the nuts and dry fruits, I specifically want to highlight walnuts because they have multiple effects. The scientific reason is that walnuts contain polyunsaturated fat and the same plant omega-3 found in chia seeds. What happens is, when your blood sugar remains consistently high, it destroys the thin inner lining of your blood vessels, called the endothelium. Walnuts repair this endothelium. At the same time, their combination of fat, protein, and fiber stops the post-meal blood sugar spike, bringing it to a flat line and reducing the strain on your pancreas. To use them when you feel hungry with your evening tea, skip the cookies or biscuits. Instead, eat 7 to 10 raw walnuts. Make sure they aren't sweetened. Number 8 is whole eggs, including the yolk. For years, we were given the scary advice that egg yolks are bad for us. Out of fear, people started eating cereals, toast, and cornflakes for breakfast, which are absolutely loaded with sugar. The scientific reason is that a normal whole egg is virtually a zero-carb, no-sugar item made entirely of healthy protein and fat. On its own, it doesn't spike your sugar. But the real magic, in a doctor's eyes, is what we call the second meal effect. This means if you start your day with eggs instead of something sweet, it won't just keep your sugar stable from morning till noon, it will actually reduce your sugar spike after lunch as well. It will completely kill your mid-morning sugar cravings. To use them, drop your usual breakfast routine and starting tomorrow, have 2 or 3 boiled, fried, or scrambled eggs. And throw some of that avocado on top too. Number 9 is apple cider vinegar. Out of everything on this video's list, this is the only thing whose instant effect you can see on your sugar meter tonight. The scientific reason is that vinegar contains acetic acid, which does 2 things simultaneously. First, it temporarily delays or slows down the process of pushing digested food from the stomach into the intestines. Second, it forces your muscles to forcefully pull glucose from the blood to create energy. Research by Dr. Carol Johnston at Arizona State University shows that taking a tablespoon of vinegar right before a carb-rich meal reduces the post-meal sugar spike by 20 to 30%, giving results just like medication. To use it, 10 to 15 minutes before eating a heavy carbohydrate meal, dilute 1 tablespoon of vinegar in a full glass of water. Never drink it pure or undiluted, because its acidity is harmful to your teeth and throat. A quick note: if you are already on strong sugar medication, this can drop your blood sugar significantly, so be sure to inform your doctor. Number 10 is lentils. This final item proves that you absolutely do not need to give up all your carbs. Even though lentils themselves are a carbohydrate, they actually control your sugar. The scientific reason is that lentils contain resistant starch, a complex form of carb that digests very slowly and with great difficulty, packed tightly with dense fiber and a good amount of plant protein. The result of this composition is that sugar doesn't rush into your blood flow all at once. Instead, it provides a sustained, flat effect, releasing drop by drop for hours. Lentils also have that second meal effect, where what you eat for lunch keeps its beneficial effect going all the way till dinner. To use them, swap out white rice and white potatoes, and a few times a week, replace them with boiled lentil soup, dal, or a lentil salad. They are inexpensive and keep you full for a long time. Let me share a real-life example. A 63-year-old recently retired patient of mine, let's call her Donna, came to me terrified because her fasting sugar was hitting 180. Her personal doctor was about to put her on a second permanent medication. Donna had watched her mother go blind and lose her toes to this exact disease. We didn't cut Donna's carbs down to 0. Instead, we removed her morning cereal and replaced it with eggs and avocado. We added apple cider vinegar before heavy meals, swapped rice for lentils, replaced her snack cookies with walnuts, and incorporated the rest of these 10 foods. In the very first week, her sugar readings dropped. 3 months later, her primary doctor had to take her off that second medication because Donna's complete A1C range had come down. Donna didn't starve, she wasn't miserable, she simply let her body do its natural job. Friends, simply cutting out carbs doesn't cure the root cause. Adding these fibrous foods, healthy fats, and seeds like chia extinguishes the inflammation. When your cells get this normal treatment day after day, they start opening the door on the first knock again. This exact mechanism is what it truly means to reverse insulin resistance. Please listen to this quick warning. If you are already injecting insulin or taking typical old-school blood sugar pills like sulfonylureas, your risk could enter the danger zone, meaning your sugar could drop so rapidly that you end up suffering from hypoglycemia, or dangerously low blood sugar. Start these foods, but monitor yourself under your doctor's observation so they can gradually cut down your medication dosage over time. Here is your 5-step plan for tonight. Tomorrow morning, instead of cereal, toast, or bread, start straight away with 2 or 3 whole eggs and half an avocado. This one single change will secure your entire day. Tonight, soak 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds in water and consume it first thing in the morning. Go to the market tomorrow and get real Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia, and add a quarter teaspoon to your breakfast coffee or oatmeal. Tomorrow, 15 minutes before your biggest meal, drink 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in a full glass of water. This week, drop rice and potatoes at least twice, replacing them with lentils, and have fatty fish for dinner on 2 of the nights. You are not giving up your diet. You are upgrading it with food items that build a protection wall. But note one thing, everything we've talked about stops the meal-based spikes throughout the day. But many patients tell me, why is their sugar number high right when they wake up in the morning, even though they didn't eat much the night before? That relates entirely to your liver function, which I will explain in the next video showing on your screen right now. Make sure to go and watch that video, your very own doctor.